Welcome to Employee Termination Tips. My name is Christopher Neufeld of Neufeld Legal. And in this particular video, we're going to expand upon an earlier video and discuss certain additional aspects that you should be asking your employer for after you've been fired or terminated. And this pertains specifically to the province of Alberta, but may also apply in other jurisdictions. However, you have to look to the employment standards legislation of that particular jurisdiction. Nevertheless, we'd previously talked about how you should be asking your former employer for a complete copy of your employment records, including contracts of employment, pay statements, benefit plans, pension plans, that kind of information. Also, if they are willing to provide you with their statutorily required employment record. Now, if you're in the province of Alberta, some additional items that you should be requesting from your employer would include, number one, the employer's methodology for calculating your earnings, how they go about calculating and determining your earnings. And number two, where you attain a bonus, the methodology for calculating your bonuses. Now, you should be asking this, in particular, if you work in such fields as the oil and gas field, the mining field, but also other forms of employment. But in the oil and gas field and in mining, you find that bonuses in particular are more likely to arise, and earnings matters are more likely to be contentious than in most other scenarios. Now, if your employer, I should say your former employer, decides not to provide you with this information, this is particularly problematic, not for yourself, but for your former employer. And if you request it and you don't receive it, then you should be immediately contacting a lawyer, myself included, and speaking with them as to what has transpired. Because this is problematic for them, but advantageous for yourself. And it is for that particular reason that you should be requesting this information, especially when you take a review of the employment standards legislation and see that what we're talking about is enshrined in statute. And as such, it is an obligatory requirement of your former employer to provide you with that. And when they don't provide you with it, and you've just been terminated, that's the time to engage with legal counsel. So hopefully you found this YouTube video informative, and should a situation like this arise, or any situation involving your termination or firing from your employment, feel free to contact myself and ascertain whether there is something more to be done than simply walking away with a package that is being provided to yourself. Thank you.